This is the worst. I hate streaming to YouTube now. I don't ever want to do it again. We live yet?
Apparently, we're still waiting for you.
Okay, okay.
There we go.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. Maybe if I don't have a strike or a ban, we're gonna try doing it on the live stream again, because I can. Everything's good now, I think. And lo and behold, everything goes wrong. I hit the live button, and then it says the stream's finished, and then it tells me to finish it. So I hit or try again or finish. That's all the only option I've given. I hit the try again button, nothing happens. And so I hit the finish button, and it just cancels everything. The stream's finished. Now I have to go in and re-enter all this stuff again. And it's, oh my god, it's literally the worst. I don't understand it. I don't even think the chat's working, because Restream doesn't work anymore. So everything's like exploding. Like nothing's working. The chat's not even up on my screen right now. I have to refresh for the chat appear. Everything's going wrong. Everything. And to make matters worse, EA isn't even on the podcast this week.
Yeah, this is our atonement for daring to stream without them.
This is what happens when you stream without EA. Literally the worst. The worst occurs. And this is supposed to be like a fun, oh hey, look, I can stream on my channel again. Look at that. That's pretty fun. No. I guess not. I guess we can't stream anymore. Welcome to my my live therapist visit here with Satsuki the Savage. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the King of Anime podcast, where usually we have EA on, but EA is not here this week because he is off watching AEW All Out. So while he's watching that, he's going to be making, I think he has his own live stream right about now that's going on. So if you want to go check that out, you don't want to watch our boring asses, the All Elite Couple channel, just type in All Elite Couple or go to EA's channel. It's on there, and you can watch him watch All Out with his girlfriend. It's amazing.
I think I'm gonna watch it instead of doing a podcast. Give me a second.
All right, so I'm the only one on the podcast this week. So yeah, we're not going to be doing Nakama Club this week, and we are instead just going to be doing ReZero and SNAFU. So with that out of the way, let's get into some ReZeros this week. This week's episode of ReZero, I love the title for it. It's just love, 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 love you. That's it. Pretty simple.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of love going around towards the end with Satella spreading darkness everywhere.
Yeah.
This episode, I think the first place we had to go is just the witches, because we have 5 out of 7 revealed now. I didn't take notes or anything. I didn't rewatch it this time, so I'm pretty sure we got. Well, I'll just say my favorite is Minerva.
Oh, everybody hates Minerva on my server.
Really?
And I'm like, how? She's so adorable.
I thought she would be a fan favorite witch, other than Echidona.
She's Jotaro. Or no, she's Josuke. But like way more adorable.
I don't know what that means, but yeah, she's pretty cute.
Well, Josuke's stand ability is that whatever he like punches like heals them.
Okay.
So like Minerva can do the same thing.
Yeah, because that one witch broke Subaru to pieces. That's pretty nice.
Typhon. He's just like, hey, what's up? Let me borrow this. Took his whole goddamn arm.
Yeah, that's exactly why I do not trust lollies.
That's what I've been saying.
Ever since Beatrice, I don't know anymore.
I've been saying that for years. I'm saying lolly's bad. We gotta wage a war against them. That's what I said in my last video on this episode of ReZero, because we have to. I mean, the lollies, they're gonna take Subaru's arm. What are they gonna take next? his belongings, his boombox, his door, his bed. The man doesn't even have a bed now because the lolly took it.
Yeah, that's out of all those things that you named, the bed was the most important thing other than his life.
Well, I mean, you can get that back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Subaru's life isn't worth shit.
that's yeah. It's, to these damn lollies, that's for sure. I mean, there was another lolly that showed up, Daphne, who is the creator of the three great mall beasts, which I thank God I can finally talk about this. Uh, so the white whale was one of the great beasts. The other one we saw was the great rabbits, the great rabbit, and then we got the black serpent that's left. What do you think about the black serpent?
I mean,
There's not much to think about, but
yeah, there's not much I could think about. I don't remember if she said, so you can correct my thinking. I don't know if she said the great or the white whale had the most power, or if she just said it had more power than a great rabbit. I'm not sure which one.
I think it was the rabbit isn't as strong as the white whale, but what the rabbit has is numbers. So
Yeah.
yeah, and it's special. I like the way the rabbit is set up. Like you can't just like kill them off one by one. They'll infinitely just start coming back. You have to kill it all at once, which I think is pretty cool. And they're not all like the same consciousness. They're not all different consciousnesses. They're the same. So I think it's really cool the way they set that up, and it really gives this great Mobby such a different feel already to that of the white whale. Like there are differences to them. Like each one has its own weaknesses and strengths. And the white whale, I forget what its weakness was, but I mean the white whale was like insanely powerful. So well,
It was more of an offensive threat. So if it's working along the lines of something like that, um, I, because I would peg the white rabbit as more, or the great rabbit as more of something like endurance based. So maybe the serpent is like, it could be something like speed or something like that. That would be pretty cool.
well, when I think of like the black serpent, I think of like some kind of like venom like ability, like if you get hit by the venom, like you like dissolve or something, like it's like acid. I think that would be pretty cool. Like I think like when I think of the black serpent, I think of like a massive like slithering Dark Souls boss kind of thing. I don't even well, not like super massive, I guess. Not as big as the white whale, but like in between the size of the great rabbit and the white whale. Squarely within the middle there.
I think its size can't be as big as the white whale, just because I think ReZero wants to give a different feel to these mobbies, so I think they're all going to be very unique. And the white whale had other things unique about it, but its size is so glaring that I think with the great rabbit, it was it's just overwhelms you with numbers. So I think the black serpent might, as you said, be somewhere in between that size, maybe. We'll probably see, but I don't think his numbers are going to be too much, and I don't think it's going to be extremely big either.
Leroy Jenkins says we saw a bit of the Black Serpent's power in Frozen Bond. It's been a while since I've seen that, but I think I vaguely remember what that is.
I haven't rewatched that, so I have no clue.
I've seen it 3 times, but it's just been a while. Oh, it's coming up with some interesting stuff here. Serpent may be like fast regeneration, so people can eat it over and over. Isn't
Mm,
that the Great Rabbit?
uh,
Because like
well,
Daphne was like, I created it so world hunger or hunger could end, so you can have all these rabbits that never die.
I do like the reasoning behind the mob beast though, because like it's kind of like her solution to solving world hunger, you would think it would be something like, giving people more food, but it's more of like, I'm going to wipe out the population so
Yeah.
no one is hungry.
Right. Yeah. That's the, the chat's not working on the stream. God damn it! This nothing ever work anymore. I thought it would work. It just isn't, man.
Like Subaru.
Oh, nothing ever works anymore. Gonna want to bed this real quick back in there. Hopefully it should work right about now. Oh, it's like see-through now. Okay, that's weird. All right. So, yeah. So, what did you think about Daphne as a whole? She's just like some lolly in a thing,
Yeah, I just called her BDSM lolly. I don't know what to think about her at all. Yeah, I mean, I like I said before, I think her reasoning behind the mob beast was pretty interesting, and I also thought her taking on the challenge of what Subaru said in this episode, where he was basically like, "I'm the one who took out the white whale," which Subaru, I love you, but that's not entirely true. You definitely was the integral piece, but you did not solely take out the white whale as you made it seem. So I would not get too cocky, but I just thought it was pretty cool how she smirked at his challenge to get rid of the great rabbit. She was interesting, but I didn't get that much from her character from her brief showing.
Yeah. What I got from her is that she has this like childish nature to her, but it's kind of like twisted into such a weird way. Like it's become very like I don't know, like very disturbed. Like she wants to create this rabbits to so people won't go hungry, but she created another problem entirely by making them incredibly powerful and really like way more powerful than what people can deal with. I mean, it's yeah.
Like unless like you're somebody like Roswell or anybody like that, you're probably not taking these things out because to take down the white whale, we needed an entire army. Even Wilhelm, who's pretty powerful. I don't know how powerful he is in comparison to other characters in the series, but even he could not do that alone.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just gonna be super duper interesting how they take it. I don't even know how they're taking it out, so I haven't gotten that far in the in the thing yet. So we'll see. But I don't think they're gonna be killing it this season. This feels like something like at this point, like how like they're so like I don't know. They're so like scattered right now. And they don't have Rim anymore, so and Garfield's against them, and you have Echidona. I mean, gonna be tough.
It's a lot of moving pieces, and like this episode made me it didn't really confuse me because I knew what was going on. It was just my mind was a little everywhere because I'm thinking to myself, there's a lot of different things moving at once. The Satella thing I think is what really made me think this because I'm like, okay, now Satella is involved in this. We already have Elsa. We have whatever's going on with Beatrice. We have Roswell with a gospel at the end. We have Echidona who is most likely trying to manipulate Subaru. We got introduced to the witches. We even stuff that didn't even happen here. I mean, we still got stuff with Cruise that needs to get resolved. I'm like, there's a lot of different things that this show could go to, you know. So there's a lot to cover, a lot of ground to cover.
For sure. Well, as well, what did you think about with Satella showing up and then Garfield calling her a bitch?
He isn't wrong. I'll just say that. I mean, even the other witches hate her. I think that was another interesting thing. It didn't seem like Echidona like hated the other witches, because I thought, because I didn't expect to see the other witches at all. I thought their relationship was going to be kind of like they keep to themselves, and they do their own thing and whatnot. But it seemed like, I mean, we didn't see them together, but it didn't seem like Echidona was talking bad about them. It's just to tell us it seems like everybody hates her because apparently she devoured everyone. So yeah.
She got hungry, and can you blame her? Those lollies, they're just, you hate the lollies, but they're so easy to eat, and you just have to cannibalize them.
No comment. I would not go down with you. That is you.
I mean, they're like, I don't know, super easy to eat, man. Very small, very, very bite-sized. Yeah. Before we get to the big thing at the end, I guess we should talk about the like when Minerva shows up and she just drops from the sky. And
He came in like a Power Ranger, like a
she
superhero.
came in and just blew everything the fuck up with hearts and love. and she I love her interactions with Subaru, because she's like, what does she say? She says, "I'm not crying, I'm just angry." She's angry because just of what Typhon did to Subaru, which I like that character trait of Minerva, where any like, injustice or like any war or like people getting hurt, she's just like so sad about, and it's so weird. Like, she's such a weird character. And then she says, what does she say after that? She introduces herself as the Witch of Greed, Minerva, and then she's like, "It doesn't matter what my name is, like The Rock or something like that." And Subaru's like, "Well, you just introduced yourself." And then she's like, listen up.
Yeah, she's. I liked how like quirky she was, and I like her design and everything. Like I said, her entrance and everything about her. She was only in the episode for literally like 2 minutes, but she's one of my favorites for sure.
Just need her to go ora ora.
Oh no, please don't do that. I had to watch a 7-year-old Jotaro Ora Ora, a 38-year-old man, almost to death. I don't need to see Minerva do that.
But Minerva does it with hearts and stuff.
Well, she could, like, I mean, I guess that would like heal him, so it won't be that bad.
Yeah. All good. I guess we should talk about the beginning scene. I talked about this in my video this week. I'm pretty sure Echidona is like incredibly thirsty for Subaru, and I'm not sure how she got to that point. Like, did you catch all the things she was saying in this episode? Like, "Oh, you're so good at seducing witches, Subaru." Like, what? He's just sitting there.
He's just sitting there menacingly. Yeah, I mean, the reason why I think Echidona is taking a liking to Subaru is, like, even though he isn't having any, I don't want to say meaningful, but okay, he doesn't like have this relationship that will make you think, or justify why Echidona would. She's not. I don't think she fell in love with him, but of course she's, like I said, taking a liking to him. I think it's the simple fact that he is a human in her presence. He is like this anomaly, who does not fear her, who does not like, break down when seeing her or anything like that. It's just a new feeling for her.
Listen,
and
she wants to smash.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. I think she wants the knowledge more though.
Yeah. XP brings up a very good point here. I haven't seen XP in a while. But Ekidona likes Subaru because he is literally a book of secrets from another world.
Yeah.
And Light Roller says, I don't like the amount of lollies in this show.
I think we have to get used to it. Like,
There is quite a bit though this season.
yeah, we in this season alone we have Daphne, we have Petra, we have Beatrice, we have Typhoon. Is that all? I feel like I'm missing one. Oh, Ryuzu.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of lollies. I think that's it though. I don't think there's any more lollies.
5 lollies per season.
They just be at 5 lollies a season. That's the limit there.
We got to put a cap on it.
Oh yeah. Somebody says something about Rim and brings up a good point. Marwan says, so Rim can't be woken up from her eternal rest. She can't. I guess. I don't know, but right now she definitely can't. But what was I gonna say? Crap. What do you think about Subaru not asking Ekidona how to reverse the effects of the people things, memory wipe thing?
Someone actually explained this a little to me on why he didn't do it. Well, okay. I think someone told me that, I don't know if this is true, so I don't know if this is a spoiler or not. I don't think it is though. At least one that's not like really important. I think someone said that he did do that, in fact, in the source material, but as you don't just she could not answer. She didn't have information on that, so
Are correct.
yeah.
I didn't even know. I wasn't even gonna say anything. But damn. Crazy.
I got my sources.
Yeah. Who are your sources?
I can't reveal that. I might go into hiding. I can't do that.
Oh shit, Perry's here.
Oh, I was having a good day.
Says they looking like a snack. Know who he's referring to?
He was referring to the lollies.
Oh no.
Definitely.
I don't think I like Perry anymore.
It's okay. Join the club.
So let's see what else we got here. Well, I like how Subaru takes a moment to realize all that he has to do in 4 days before Elsa shows up at the mansion. He's got to calm down Garfield somehow, get him on his side, deal with the Roswell thing, which is fucking insane. We'll discuss that in just a moment. He's got to get like Amelia to just a state to even like walk. I guess you can walk, but just to even be fine to take the trials, and got to get her past the trials, which she hasn't even successfully done. So, and she's got to do like 3 of them. I mean, it's got to do all this in 4 days. And now Satella's here, and the Great Rabbits are coming. Like, oh man,
it's. I feel like with everything that's going on, Subaru would probably need outside help, or unless, I mean, he still has people like Ryuzu who, at least I don't know the full extent of her power, but Seaman, since she's like a 400-year-old lolly.
Did you say semen?
No, see, I mean, I was going to say seemingly, but kind of fucked up.
All right.
I mean, we did have witches semen or piss or sweat or whatever it is.
She's a female, so got any of those?
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like Subaru is going to need he's going to need more than Ram and Otto. Let's say that Ram and Otto is not going to get the job done with Satella, with Elsa, even with the help of Frederica. I mean, I feel like he will eventually get the help of someone like Beatrice. Once he does what Roswell instructed him to do. So there's that, but the Satella thing threw me for a loop. I have no clue how this whole thing is going to be handled. I don't think that is actually Satella. Like I don't know if that's like her in the quote unquote flesh. Um, but yeah, this is looking like disaster.
I think she's taken over Amelia's body because she just looks so much. She had a different like outfit. Like it was similar, but like there was differences about it. But
I mean,
somebody brings up the same VA. Yeah, that's something I knew since season 1. Same VAs for both dub and sub for Satella with Amelia. So, I mean, that's obviously on purpose. I don't know what that means because that could literally just mean what it's always meant, and it's just there's nothing to do, much to do about nothing, just a circumstance, happenstance, it happens. So
she probably got changed just so she can go on a date with Subaru.
well, there you go.
Yeah, it's best to dress like Amelia. I mean, if you're going to date Subaru, probably best to look like Amelia.
That's true. That's true. Also, like I don't think Satella's a elf of any kind or a half elf, so I don't know. I think she's like dead too, so like definitely would have to take over her body, right? So yeah, I think Leroy Jenkins has a good here. Just marry Satella and have her help. There you go.
No, that's not a good idea.
What's the worst that could happen?
The end of the world. I guess there's just like this. I guess there's like nothing.
Sasuke, the end of the world's already happening.
Nah, it's just the Roswell mansion. That's it. We'll be okay without that shit.
Maybe. God, the chat's going crazy. I can't even keep up. You guys are insane. Thank you all. I don't know if this is said before, but she calls the place that she resides in the Castle of Dreams. That's a really good name. It's like a Persona level or something. Castle of Dreams.
I catch that at all.
Oh. I write down literally everything, so.
Satella is here because well, I don't know if this is the reason why she's here, but Subaru's been snitching. He's not really supposed to talk about that return by death thing, and he kind of let it loose when he was talking to Echidona. So yeah, there's that.
Well, if that's the case, then why didn't Satella show up in the Castle of Dreams?
I don't know. Maybe she can't.
How does she hear it then?
I don't know. People talk.
It was Typhon. I knew it.
I mean, there was that thing too. Like that made me laugh. Amelia or fucking Amelia. Echidona told Subaru, "Do not look at her in the eyes. Do not touch her." And within 10 seconds of seeing Typhoon, Subaru did exactly that. Well, actually, she said not to do that for Daphne, but still.
Well, Typhon's like, let me touch you and take your arm.
Okay, I guess then it's all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
He didn't break no rules. I mean, maybe the look in the eye thing, but that was Typhon. Granted, he probably didn't know it was Typhon, so.
I was very confused. I was like, "Oh, is this Daphne?" No. Okay. Minerva comes out. Oh, that's Daphne. No. And then when Daphne showed up, I didn't think it was Daphne. I thought it was somebody else.
I mean, Daphne. Yeah. I mean, we still have more witches to go, so I think you're gonna like the next group of witches that come out.
I mean,
one in particular you're gonna love. I just have a feeling.
I already know who it's going to be.
Good.
It has to be the Witch of Lust. I mean, yeah. It has to. Like there's no other option.
I think we've covered everything, right?
Uh, we had just the Roswell gospel thing.
Yeah, yeah. Oh wait. Ekidona's payment.
Oh fuck, yeah, there was that.
Petra's handkerchief.
Very confusing scene to me. I think it's very significant, of course, because there was so much focus on it. It's I mean, seemingly it didn't look like she
Seemingly?
took anything. It just looked like she touched them, and then yeah, it looked like everything was fine. But I definitely think there's more to that whole situation there. I have no clue what it could be though. Maybe maybe like some part of his memories or something like that, but I'm not entirely sure at
So,
all.
full disclosure, I know exactly what she did here. But I all I can do is offer my theories from when I first read this, and my theory initially was that she took the meaning of it. Because that's like knowledge to her. So she like took that knowledge and that's was her payment. Because she said initially in the beginning, that she she's the witch agreed. Her payment is a knowledge or whatever. So that
Yep.
was what I think that's what that was. But then she goes and says she's going to meddle with it. And my second theory is that it's gonna fall off his arm and it's gonna be the dragon radar. And he's gonna find all the Dragon Balls.
Oh no, no,
And he's
no, please no.
Oh, also Daphne looks like Lolly 2B.
I only know about 2B because of the waifu bot game, but yeah,
I thought she was
yeah.
gonna say because of her butt. Because her butt's a
No,
meme.
that's just you,
Well,
Baka Hentai.
she's got a nice butt. Gotta respect that.
Okay.
Gotta respect it, man. It's a meme now. We can say these things. So fucking Roswell's evil and he's figured it out. He's figured out Return by Death.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I never trusted that clown.
That
I don't think
damn
anybody
clown.
trusted. I don't think anybody trusted Roswell.
That Michael Jackson and motherfucker.
Yeah, he's always been very suspicious since the very beginning. And the whole gospel thing didn't really surprise me because like I said, he's always been suspicious because he's been shrouded in mystery, just like when he goes places he doesn't really give details or anything like that. And even the flashback with Rem and Ram, he just happened to find them, and they were previously just attacked by the witch cult. So that whole situation was fishy. But now with this gospel, is just pretty much confirmed.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the way he says it, well, makes me think that he's known about it for a while, and it probably isn't until recently that he ever figure it out for like a fact. But, which I mean, how did he figure that out? Is it? Do you think it's because of the gospel?
Like I said, I think I brought this up last podcast because I was wondering if people like Echidona can, well, not wondering because she for sure sees the world like this, but I was wondering if other people did as well. She sees the timeline as like a linear thing. For Subaru, he has multiple timelines he's been going to because of his return by death. So everybody's memories and everything are adjusted to Subaru's perspective and whatnot. So uh last podcast I was wondering if other people also saw it in a linear way, in in a way that if Subaru comes back, they still retain their memories and whatnot and all of that. So that may be what's going on. Don't know though.
Hmm. I want to ask you guys, keep it spoiler free as well. Not everybody has watched it. It is very hard to manage the chat as well because there's so many people commenting. This is crazy. So, yeah. I think what is the one thing that fascinated me the most about this episode is because I don't remember everything about the web novel, is Satella heading towards the mansion. Why is she heading in that direction? And as well, if you remember, because of the magic of the sanctuary, people that leave, if they don't have some kind of guiding magic or pendant, like the one Frederica and Garfield have, they will get lost no matter what. So, what's going on there? I mean, how just that's crazy.
Listen, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know. I mean, it could have something to do with Beatrice because she has a mother we don't exactly know about. But I honestly doubt it's Satella that is the mother just because of her when Subaru had this the scent of the witch on him, the witch's scent on him. She held her nose and she was kind of like disgusted by it. So I doubt the mother that she was talking about was Satella, but there could be something else that's going on with Beatrice as to why Satella is going to the mansion. I don't. The only things that I can think of right now at this moment, as for why Satella would go to the mansion, is the other half of. Oh, what? No. Actually, no. Subaru has that, so I can't say that either. Yeah. So, like, Beatrice is the only person that I think would have a connection to Satella.
Well, final thoughts on the episode.
Pretty fucking good. Minerva made this episode pretty damn enjoyable.
Love her.
Like, yeah, like we need a lighthearted moments in ReZero, and when we have stuff like that, it always makes the episode fun.
Yep. She was a chaotic part of the episode. She's pretty great. I'm gonna give it a pass.
Yeah, might as well.
Let's talk about Gahama-mama.
MILF. All right.
She's great. I love her. She's the one for me.
Yeah, it feels like she's low key shipping her daughter with Subaru. Not even low key.
Subaru?
I mean, like she's just like out with it. She's like she's just like just go ahead and do it. She's like the rest. She's like the fandom basically.
I mean, so many episodes in the season has focused on Yui and Hachiman, and at this point, I'm like, just do it. Marry, have a child already.
It's crazy how much this season has focused on Yui. I'm not complaining because I'm a fan of Yui, but it just makes anytime I think of Yukino getting with Hachiman, I feel like it's further and further apart because they're really not having much of any interactions with each other.
Right.
I mean, when they do get together, it's very meaningful, but it's not as developed as what's going on with Yui. If I'm being honest.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I can't really like say that he's gonna get with Yukino. I don't think he's gonna get with anybody. But like, if this is like a traditional rom-com type of show, right? He's getting with Yui. Like, he's done all of the stuff with Yui. He's done pretty much nothing with Yukino. Like, I mean, even look throughout the series. Like, Yui's had way more of connection to Hachiman in terms of, like, the stuff we traditionally perceive as, like, what anime tells us is, like, the signs of, like, the two getting together, right? So, I mean, I'll just say this. We don't have an episode with Yukino's mother like we do with Yui's mother.
Yeah, mom to mom, Yui's mom wins, of course.
Oh,
Like
absolutely.
fatality.
Fatality. Finish him. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like is this a plot hole? Why can't Yui cook? Why was she not able to cook if Yui's mom is so good at cooking? I mean, I understand, like, of course, you're not gonna, like, you don't just develop all the traits that your parents know, but I mean, I don't know. Like, she was just terrible
Well,
at the beginning.
yeah, I think it's like Yui is she's like see you later, Casey. Thanks for coming out watching. I think it's one of those things where it's not necessarily like she's like a less developed version of her mother. She doesn't know as much. And I think it's just one of those things where she's younger and she just doesn't. She's obviously like you can tell from like her personality. She's just not. She doesn't have it all figured out. And I think that's. I think that is what Yui's character is. So we see it in this episode where she has the small things, like they're making those sweets, and then she puts the chocolate on it, like just right on top. But her mother is like, "Oh, you have to put it in with the crust," and it's those small things that she knows that Yui doesn't know, and I think that's kind of like the rift there too. Because one is just she's just way more experienced, especially making sweets.
We were talking about something else. I thought we were going to go to a dark place.
Oh God, what are we talking about? What do you mean dark place?
Nothing.
I'm wholesome, Satsuki.
I believe it. But I feel like Yui's mom is what Iroha wants to believe or wants others to believe that she is.
Oh
Like
yes.
that foxy type of character that's super bright and positive and just happy go lucky. Like I feel like this is who Iroha wants people to think she is.
This is final form Iroha.
Yeah. I mean, she's never going to be like that, like true, genuinely, but yeah.
Yeah. Yui's mom has achieved that for sure. She's the best. Love Yui's mom. You know, I'll take a bullet. You know what? I'll marry Yui's mom. How about that?
I don't think you can do that.
Listen, we can have an affair. It's all right.
Oh my, you're sick. You're sick.
I'm wholesome, Satsuki.
I can't even look at you the same way. I'm gonna turn my head.
I like the conversation between Yui and Hachiman, where Hachiman's like, "So, what's your wish?" It's like, "Oh, a bunch of small things. I want you to talk normal. Stop looking at me out of the corner of your eye. Reply to your message faster. Quit being so picky." And Hachiman's like, "Geez, my bad. Sorry I was born."
Yeah, there was what makes it even. It's not even the sheer amount of what she said. It's the speed in which she said it.
Yeah, it's like she's been thinking about it for such a long time. It's like that was one of her wishes to say that to him.
Yeah, like people had to understand. Like it takes you had to like sit there and actually think about this stuff. No, she was just like rapid fire. Like she just had the list out there. I don't even think if I had like a list like that in front of me, I would say it as fast as Yui said it in this episode.
That's literally like that's why she was crying at the end of that one episode. It was just because of all of that. She just like vomited out in that one moment.
Yeah.
So her character arc's done after this. That's all it was. She just wanted just minor nitpicks about Hachiman.
I mean, with those tweets, Hachiman might become like, I don't know, who would he be like? I don't know, like Hachiman with those tweets would be like even though they're like minor, he would be a completely different character probably.
Yeah, he would. Like it really, he really would. Like it's such small things, but like to have those habits that he has, like that's kind of like a him specific thing, right? It's like a
Espe-
personality thing.
yes, especially when it comes to just um rom-com main characters. Like those things that she listed off are kind of what made Hachiman unique. So I mean, it, yeah. I mean, I get why she said it, but yeah. But I think the beauty in that is that those are just things she wants Hachiman to tweak about himself, but it's not something that she thinks he necessarily needs. Like she would still be friends and she still would want to be in a relationship with him, even if he did not fix those problems about himself.
Well, I also think that's what probably makes him so attracted to her in the first place is those faults. So it goes to show that Yui like really pays attention to him, like pretty closely, which which is kind of really adorable when you think about it.
I also found like Hachiman's talk with Komachi at the very beginning pretty cool because it just the way they were talking to each other as Komachi was weirded out by Hachiman was more normal with her and more honest. Usually he's very cryptic about the things he says. So I think like just compare him talking to Komachi in this episode to like his conversations with her in season one is completely different. It's a completely different vibe to it. So I think that just shows you the growth of Hachiman over the course of these episodes and seasons.
Yeah, I think as well you in this season you start to see more quirks about Hachiman, or at least they become more noticeable. Like things I didn't notice before about him, like at the end of this episode when he starts crying. And like he likes what's her name, Meguri. He just cries during her speech. And that's such a like granted I haven't seen season 1 and 2 in like a year, but that's not something that you see often with his character. Especially him crying like that. Like you see Hachiman and you think the guy who has like keeps all of his emotions bottled up, not letting them flow.
Yeah, it like I wasn't surprised when I seen it, but I was like, oh shit, like he's really he was bawling, like
Yeah.
he really was sad to see her go.
Yeah. Yeah, which later on uh Iroha gives him this look. And he's like, "Do you like Maguri?" And he's like, "Are there people that don't like Maguri?"
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. It it was kind of like the same thing. It is odd because it was Iroha who said it, but with those two students who one of them is siblings with that one other chick who like failed hard in season one when she tried to arrange things and she tried to become um leader of everything. Um, he was like, "Oh yeah, Roja's pretty cute," and they were like, "Roja? Like, she's the worst."
Oh man, I love that scene. That scene is so funny.
Yeah,
QRW6 says C wants to NTR with Yui's mom.
yeah, he's pretty sick.
What? You can't, Sasuke, come on now. You know me. I'm wholesome.
You do like milfs though, so I don't know which one outweighs the other.
I do like MILFs. I'm the real MILF hunter of the podcast. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
you have that title. I like the crazy women. EA likes the wholesome, normal girls. You like the milfs.
I can't help it, man. MILFs are great.
Yeah.
Uh QRW6 watching the dub episode saved me from rewatching the subs. I think that's a thing to bring up. Not the dubs necessarily, just the subs again. How do you feel about the subs? Because I feel like at the beginning of the season, it was a little confusing at times. But Yeah, remember that first episode was like really weird. We talked about it a little bit, maybe not in the podcast. Maybe I've talked about it in another group, but the subtitles for SNAFU have always been kind of poor. Like they've never really been quite accurate. Um, and that's just because SNAFU is really complicated. There's a lot of emotions that are kind of like not of emotions, but a lot of like things in it that are very much Japanese culture kind of thing. It's like one of those things where it's like, what's an anime that you just can't watch sub because it doesn't work well or dubbed?
Dubbed. I okay. This may be. I tried to watch K. This has nothing to do with it, but I just did not want to watch K on dubbed. I just wanted to
Uh,
watch it subbed.
the dub Sentai, so that makes sense. But yeah, I found a better example. Masaaki Yuasa, one of his works is titled "Night is Long, Walk on Girl" or something like that. You can't really experience that dub because there is no dub, but the dub wouldn't be like it wouldn't be good, right? It just would not be as good because that anime is so ingrained in Japanese culture and the language itself that you would have to change a lot about it. Which, by the way, that is the movie or the show or whatever, where the characters are speaking literally a mile a minute, and it's you have to pause to read the subtitles. Sometimes it's that fast.
Oh, sounds just like Bakemonogatari.
It's worse than that.
Ah,
So yeah, Monogatari isn't hard, but it ain't bad most of the time. Which, by the way, Monogatari would have a great dub. I'm sorry, but they need to dub that show. Everybody doesn't believe it could happen, but look what happened to Konosuba. Nobody ever wanted a dub from Konosuba, and look at the dub for that. Great. Um, yes, QRW6 says it way better than I did. SNAFU is Japanese cultured. Just more difficult to do it. Um,
get it.
we also see Yumiko in this episode. Yumiko is talking to Hachiman, which, by the way, there's a little side here. They're at their lockers getting their shoes, and I like the way Hachiman just drops his shoes. It just really shows like how Hachiman handles things, like things that as mundane as like putting on shoes. Just drops it.
He had to look back at it, but I thought like he was going to switch out his shoes, but let me oh god. Uh I thought he was going to like switch out his shoes, but after he seen Yumiko, he's seen like the glare from her. He's just like, "Oh shit. Never mind. I'm not going to do that." I don't know if he grabbed another pair out of there. I would have to look at the scene again.
Yeah, I have to watch that scene. But yeah, I like what Yumiko said. I like how Yumiko was like, "Don't half-ass this." Hachiman was probably
Yeah.
like,
He called her a good friend.
"Yeah, I mean, she's very nice individual when it comes to Yui."
No, I was going to say like I don't know about being nice, period, but
When it comes to her clique,
yeah.
she's nice. When it comes to Hachiman, well, you better not half-ass this, Hachiman. Piece of shit.
I wonder what she would do. Like, would she fight him?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, we probably need that then.
I think Yumiko would like be throwing punches like haymakers.
All right, we need a power scaling snafu.
Okay. That's all it took. All right, everybody, check out Satsuki's channel next week. He's gonna power rank SNAFU characters. Yumiko's gonna be at the top.
Well, I think Yukino would be stronger than her just based on the tennis match because like Yumiko was pretty good, pretty athletic, but Yukino was pretty crazy, but her stamina was low, so it just depends on like how many rounds we're doing.
Hmm. Hmm. Uh, I I feel like there's like some wild card we're not.
Wild card. Oh, as for oh, the one chick that likes yaoi. She might be like a. She's
Oh,
very like crazy. She's wild.
yeah.
She might be able to break them in two.
Uh, Adrian says the interesting thing about the anime is that you can see the development of all characters, not only Hachiman.
Yeah. I think in general, Yukino has been a lot more. She's also been like Hachiman in the fact that she's more open to talk to people because she was also very reserved. That she came off as condescending to other people that didn't know her, like Eureka or Yumiko, for example. But I think she's making it an effort to actually be, pleasant around people. Same thing with Hachiman.
Um,
And as far as Yui, she's just been getting better at everything that she's been bad at. Cooking is the biggest example of that.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. He's pretty great.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. So going back to that Gahama-mama scene, there's some stuff we didn't discuss here. I like how Hachiman, like, it goes to that scene, and he's just sitting there with Yui, and he's like full on blushing, and he's trying to like get around asking where her mother is. It's so funny.
I mean, yeah, yeah, she has that effect on people. She has that effect on people.
Like, he says in his head, "I thought Gaha Mama was supposed to be here." He literally calls her that. It's so funny.
I
Uh,
feel like he used her name. Did he use her real name?
I don't I don't know. I like how as well, like, they're asking what they're gonna do, and Hachiman, it like explains it in a way that's coming from the direction of a housewife.
Yeah. With yeah, when they were choosing which sweets and she wanted something extravagant and all of that.
Yeah. I love that Hachiman just knows about that. Do you think he like prepped like the day before to
I,
impress Gahama-mama?
yeah, I can actually see that. Like with Hachi, yeah, I could see that because he was already thinking about her when Yui invited him to her house. So yeah, I could see him prepping for that, like studying.
Like when they're at the store and they're talking about homemade sweets, and Gahama-mama's like, "Homemade sweets are good for attracting boys," and then Yui goes, "That just sounds manipulative."
Yeah. She it's like she's like giving pointers to Yui while like making things awkward. It's like
She's a
she's
mom. She's a mom in
yeah.
front of a boy.
Yeah.
It's
That's the best way to describe it.
yeah, yeah. I have it here written down in my notes. I don't know what this is in reference to, but I wrote down, "I am jealous of Hachiman. What the fuck?"
Maybe it's because Yui's mom got really close to Hachiman and Yui when she popped up behind him, maybe.
This is like near the end. Maybe I
Oh.
was just like, "Oh man, he'd spend so much time." Oh, is he was getting fed a bunch of food by both of them?
Oh yeah. That did
Yeah,
happen.
yeah. I'm totally jealous. Wholesome, okay? I'm wholesome. Wholesome.
He didn't take it from or yeah, he was like I'll just eat this on my own. I'm not going to get fed.
Uh, um. So, what is the secret ingredient?
Oh, it's love nectar.
That's what I knew you were gonna say. I knew you
Yes.
were gonna say that. I was like, it's gonna be the reference of that one show, that crazy chick who has that
Shimonetta
bottle.
is great.
Shimonetta. Yeah. I knew you were
It
gonna.
is great.
Hachiman says devotion though, which makes Yui blush super hard. Almost as
Yeah.
probably harder than Toru blushed in that last episode of Fruits Basket.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I would say so. But yeah, the devotion thing, of course I don't think Hachiman was right, but I think he was along the right lines. Because like I think the first thing he said I don't remember what he said. Oh damn, I forgot. But he was bringing up like how much money was spent on it or something like that, and Yui was kind of like disgusted by that. But um, I think we all know what the secret ingredient is.
I think you know what this
I already said it, but do you know?
is. Ekidona's bodily fluids.
That was the second place. That was the second thing I was going to say.
Well, that's what I thought of initially when I watched this, because the internet has corrupted me.
It's understandable.
So, yeah, yeah. I mean, you saw what I found. I was just looking at fan art, SNAFU of Gahama-mama, and there's a picture of them together, Yui and Gahama-mama, and they're like only in an apron. I'm like, this is terrible. Why would you ruin this?
It's anime. It is anime, my friend. Welcome.
Granted, granted. Someone spent a lot of time on that. So I'm gonna say I appreciate the hard work, but just don't do it again.
Yeah, look good. Just
Put clothes
put
on
your
them.
skills put your skills to better uses.
Right.
We need more echidona hentai. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that.
Oh god damn it. I gotta clip this out and send it to Cedric. Somebody clip this out and send it to Cedric. We gotta now have fan art of you drinking Ekidona's tea.
I wouldn't oppose to that. That's fine.
Somebody posted in my server of her like peeing into a cup. And I
I
was
might have
disturbed.
seen that. I've seen like everything of echidona.
Oh,
Like just casually scrolling Twitter.
it's the fucking I hate it. That's the one video I regret making is what's really in Ekidona's tea. Because all I get is like cum. It's cum.
You gave out bait to all of the
I know
people
it's
that
my fault.
yes. You gave them the perfect bait.
I did. Terrible. So, Leroy Jenkins says Ekidona X Satella fan art win. That's another thing we're gonna have to get Cedric on. Somebody clip that and get that to Cedric.
Now.
Pronto.
Immediately.
I don't even know what Satella looks like, honestly, truthfully. So that would probably be a spoiler looking at that. So yeah, what are we gonna give? Well, I mean, I guess we can't kill any of the episodes off, but I give this a pass. This is actually probably my favorite episode of the season because it was so wholesome, and it was just, I think because it came at a time where like the last couple of episodes have been pretty heavy, and this was just fairly light throughout.
Yeah, I think overall it was lighthearted, but I do think one moment where things kind of I think it was like falsely lighthearted almost because as Hachiman even said, he he talked about how he liked talking to Yui the way he was when they were on the swings, kind of like avoiding what they really wanted to talk about.
Yeah, how much they want
You
to
know,
bang.
okay, this is the wholesome guy.
I'm wholesome, okay? I'm wholesome.
I don't think you're wholesome if you have to say it 3 times to make me believe it.
It's wholesome. I'm wholesome, Satsuki.
All right. But yeah, I think that conversation or what Hachiman was thinking about during that conversation, he said, this wouldn't be true to me if I were to keep up something like this. So, he went down to business. So, but yeah, overall, I enjoyed this episode.
Hell yeah.
Pass.
For sure. So I guess with that being said, come to sort of the end of the show, but I gotta say before everybody leaves, goes away and never comes back. The next couple of weeks, I'll be announcing on my community tab the shows that we'll be covering for the next season of KOA. So if you don't want to miss those, then subscribe and ring the bell to get access to that neato community tab. And as well, I got to 1K on Bento finally, so thank you all for that. And with that being said, Satsuki, where can they find you?
Find me on Satsuki the Savage. I have plans to make a Kakiguri rant video because I had to rant on everything I talk about eventually. So that should be a fun video to do. I don't know if people are going to like it, but it should be fun for me. As well as you can find me on Satsuki the Reactor, where I react to ReZero, JoJo's Part 3, and oh my fuck, I want to be finished with this part. See, you have no idea. I've been fighting for my life. I'm almost done though. I have I don't have the reaction out yet, but I only have 7 episodes left. Oh God.
I commend your effort, but I cannot wait until you get to part 4. Part 4 is so good. It is so night and day. Yeah. So thanks everybody for watching this episode of the King of Anime podcast. We'll see you all next week when EA comes back. So with that being said,